History is a book filled with stories, some complete, others with pages torn out, leaving us with tantalizing mysteries that defy explanation. We look back at the past and see a tapestry of human achievement, but woven into it are threads of the unknown, puzzles that have baffled historians and scientists for centuries. From ghost ships found sailing without a crew to entire colonies that vanished without a trace, these events challenge our understanding of what's possible. They remind us that even in our modern age of information, some secrets refuse to be uncovered. So, let us peel back the layers of time and journey into the heart of some of history's most perplexing and enduring enigmas. Are you ready to question everything you thought you knew? Our first mystery takes us to the vast, unforgiving expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. In December of 1872, a Canadian brigantine, the De Gracia, spotted a ship drifting aimlessly. It was the Mary Celeste, a merchant vessel that had set sail from New York a month earlier, bound for Italy. But something was terribly wrong. As the crew of the De Gracia hailed the ship, they received no answer. Boarding the vessel, they were met with an eerie silence. The ship was in perfect, seaworthy condition. Its cargo of industrial alcohol was untouched. In the captain's cabin, personal belongings were neatly in place. The dinner table was even set for a meal that was never eaten. Yet, the entire crew, including the captain, his wife, and their young daughter, were gone. The ship's lifeboat was missing, suggesting a possible evacuation. But why? There were no signs of a struggle, no evidence of piracy, and no logical reason for a seasoned crew to abandon a perfectly sound ship in the middle of the ocean. Theories have ranged from giant squid attacks and underwater earthquakes to mutiny and insurance fraud, but none have ever been proven. The Mary Celeste sailed on, a ghost ship forever carrying the silent story of its lost crew. Now, let's travel back to the year 1518, to the bustling city of Strasbourg in what is now France. One hot summer day, a woman known as Frau Trophea stepped out of her house and began to dance. She didn't dance for joy or celebration. She danced with a frantic, uncontrollable energy, with no music to guide her steps. She danced for days, stopping only from sheer exhaustion, and then starting again. Within a week, dozens of others had joined her. The city authorities were baffled. Believing the cure was more dancing, they cleared out guild halls and even built a stage, hoping the dancers would simply wear themselves out. But the opposite happened. The phenomenon spread like wildfire. By August, hundreds of people were caught in this bizarre, relentless dance. They danced until their feet bled, until they collapsed from strokes, heart attacks, and pure exhaustion. The dancing plague, as it came to be known, raged for months before finally subsiding, leaving a trail of death and a profound mystery. Was it a case of mass hysteria, a strange neurological disorder, or perhaps the result of a toxic mold growing on rye bread? We may never know what compelled the people of Strasbourg to dance themselves to death. Our next stop is a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera. In 1901, sponge divers exploring the wreck discovered a lump of corroded bronze. For decades it sat in a museum, dismissed as just another artifact. It wasn't until scientists began examining it with X-rays that they realized what they had. Inside this corroded lump was a breathtakingly complex system of interlocking gears and dials. This was the Antikythera mechanism. It was an ancient analog computer, an astronomical calculator of incredible sophistication. Dating back to the 2nd century BC, it could predict solar eclipses, track the movements of the sun, moon, and the 5 known planets, and even signal the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. The level of mechanical and astronomical knowledge required to build such a device is staggering. It's a technology that seemingly shouldn't have existed for another 1,000 years. It forces us to ask, What other knowledge did the ancient world possess? What other technological marvels have been lost to the depths of time? The Antikythera mechanism is a testament to a forgotten genius, a single surviving piece of a puzzle we may never fully assemble. Let's cross the Atlantic once more, to the shores of North America in the late 16th century. Sir Walter Raleigh had a vision of an English colony in the New World. In 1587, a group of over 100 men, women, and children landed on Roanoke Island off the coast of modern-day North Carolina. The colony's governor, John White, soon sailed back to England for supplies. But his return was delayed for 3 long years by war. When he finally made it back in 1590, he found the settlement completely deserted. The houses and fortifications had been dismantled, not destroyed, suggesting the colonists hadn't left in a hurry or under duress. There were no signs of a struggle, no graves, nothing. The only clue left behind was a single word carved into a wooden post: Croatan. This was the name of a nearby island and a local Native American tribe. Did the colonists peacefully relocate and assimilate with the Croatan people? Did they attempt to sail back to England and get lost at sea? Or did they meet a more violent end, with the carving left as a cryptic message? Despite numerous archaeological digs and historical investigations, the fate of the lost colony of Roanoke remains one of America's oldest and most haunting unsolved mysteries. Our final destination is a desolate, windswept mountain in the northern Ural range of Russia. In February 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers, all students from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, set out on a challenging winter expedition. Led by Igor Dyatlov, they were skilled and well-prepared. But they never returned. When a search party finally reached their last known campsite on the slopes of Koletsyakal, or Dead Mountain, they found something deeply disturbing. The hikers' tent had been sliced open from the inside. Their belongings, including their warm clothes and shoes, were left behind. The searchers followed footprints in the snow leading away from the camp. Some of the hikers were barefoot. The first 2 bodies were found by a small fire, dressed only in their underwear. 3 more were found between the fire and the tent, seemingly trying to crawl back. It took 2 more months to find the last 4, buried under snow in a ravine. These last 4 had suffered horrific internal injuries, including major chest fractures and skull damage, yet they had no external wounds. The official investigation concluded they died from a compelling natural force. But what force could make 9 experienced hikers flee their tent into the freezing night, half-dressed and terrified? Theories range from an avalanche and military weapons testing to an encounter with something altogether more strange. The Dyatlov Pass incident is a chilling puzzle box where none of the pieces fit, a dark tale frozen in time. From the silent decks of the Mary Celeste to the snowy slopes of the Ural Mountains, these mysteries are more than just historical footnotes. They are echoes from the past that resonate with our deepest sense of curiosity and wonder. They show us the limits of our knowledge and remind us that history is not a static collection of facts, but a living, breathing story with chapters yet to be written. The dancing plague, the Antikythera mechanism, the lost colony of Roanoke each is a question mark hanging in the timeline of human existence. Perhaps one day we will find the answers, hidden in a dusty archive or buried beneath the earth. Or perhaps some mysteries are destined to remain unsolved, forever fueling our imagination and our search for truth. What do you think happened? Let me know your theories in the comments. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, be sure to like and subscribe for more adventures into history's greatest puzzles.